Iguazú Falls! Hey guys, I'm so excited to share this trip with you. We're heading to Iguazu Falls, which is the largest waterfall in the world. These falls actually sit right on the border between Argentina and Brazil. Argentina gets about 80% of the action, while Brazil gets the other 20%, which means you get completely different vibes depending on which side you visit, and you'll want to visit both. We're at the airport and heading to Iguazu Falls. There are two airports in Buenos Aires, and we are flying out of AEP to Iguazu. Our flight to Iguazu is pretty quick, just under 2 hours, and we are planning on staying for just one night in Iguazu. Before we get on the plane, we head to MAE Lounge using Party Pass, and it's such a nice way to start the trip. They've got everything from iced tea, hot coffee, all kinds of snacks, and cookies, fresh bread, fruit, cheese, yogurt. It's a perfect spot to just relax before flying. This is my first time flying Aerolíneas Argentinas. The economy seats are actually pretty comfortable for the short flight, so no complaints there. You'll see this lush green forest stretching forever as we come into land. And here's a crazy fact. Iguazu Falls pumps out about 700 million liters of water every single second. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So I sat on the right side of the plane hoping to see Iguazu Falls, but I didn't see anything. And now I really need this bathroom. But we landed here in Iguazu Falls for one night. You can hire a taxi when you land, and it's a set price to get into town. It's about a 20-minute drive to our hotel, and it immediately feels like we're in the jungle. Keep your eyes peeled because you might spot a coati. They're like these cute raccoon-looking animals. Coatis are everywhere around Iguazu, so you'll definitely see them. We're staying at Village Cataratas Hotel. This place is awesome. We booked it because it has great reviews and is a solid 4-star hotel. Made it to our hotel called Village Cataratas. We are here staying for one night, and then we'll be going into the park tomorrow morning. The front desk staff speaks Spanish, Portuguese, and English, which is also helpful. Rooms run about $90 to $130 per night, which is also pretty reasonable. Restaurant. Plus they got a coffee shop, a poolside bar, and the Village Plaza restaurant, all right here in the hotel. Good boy, good boy. The rooms are huge and the AC is amazing. We just needed a place to sleep though, so we weren't picky and our night here was perfect. Each room also has its own private balcony with either jungle or garden views. We're grabbing dinner at the hotel restaurant called VR Restaurant. This place has such a warm, cozy vibe with outdoor and indoor seating. We went all out and ordered stuffed meat roulade, empanadas, pasta, and some local fish, surubi and dorado. We also ordered the Argentinian beer called Quilmes Clásica. Good morning. Breakfast here is from 7 to 10 a.m. in the same Village Plaza spot. They've got fresh rolls, croissants, and these amazing sweet Argentine medialunas that are like buttery little pieces of heaven. It was such a great way to start the day before exploring Iguazú National Park. We're at the Parque Nacional Iguazú. But first, we're going to grab a locker at the entrance for our stuff. The park ticket is about 45,000 Argentine pesos, which is around $40 for us foreign visitors. But it gives you access to everything in the park, the upper circuit, lower circuit, Devil's Throat, and even the optional Macuco Trail, if you're feeling adventurous. If you're staying in Puerto Iguazú, the round-trip bus from the omnibus terminal is super cheap at about 320 pesos, which is $3. In terms of the weather, April through May and September through October are sweet spots. They're mild temperatures and fewer people. Winter, so June through August, it's around 22 to 25 degrees Celsius, which is perfect for walking. Don't forget sunscreen and a hat. You'll definitely want to wear one. A quick bathroom break. The restrooms here are actually pretty clean and they're placed perfectly along the trail, so you never have to worry about finding one when you need it. At the start of the lower circuit, there's this cool decorative brick house. They call it Faro. That's about 11 meters tall. It's not a real lighthouse, but it's this neat landmark that marks where you start the walk. We started with the lower circuit, then go to the upper circuit, and then to Devil's Throat. However, if I were to do this again, I would do the opposite and start with the Devil's Throat, then move my way down. And I'll tell you why shortly. Here's the view from the lower circuit. This 1.4 kilometer trail gets you so close to waterfalls like Salto Bosetti and Salto dos Hermanas. These drops are massive, 60 to 82 meters. The mist honestly feels so good in the sun, so definitely wear quick dry clothes and non-slip shoes because you're gonna get soaked. One of the walkways, The lower circuit is one of the two main trails that you gotta do. The lower circuit is a bit shorter at 1.4 kilometers, but it gets you right up close to the base of the falls. Plan about an hour and a half to 2 hours for this hike because there are stairs and you'll want to just stand there soaking in the mist and taking it all in. Rainbows here are super common when the sun hits the mist just right. You'll see them especially in the morning or late afternoon. It's like nature's putting on a show just for you. The other trail that's highly recommended is the upper circuit, which is an easy 1.75 kilometers walk with incredible panoramic views from above the falls. And it takes about 30 to 45 minutes and it is very accessible. We stopped in this convenience store because it was so hot and we needed a little snack break. So we hit up the store and ate some ice cream. Now we begin the upper circuit trail, which takes about 45 minutes to 1 hour to complete. You'll be walking on flat metal walkways that hover right above the falls, so you get top-down views of Salto Ramirez and Salto del Hermano. We spotted this beautiful black and white bird on the trail. It's a plush-crested jay and they're everywhere around here. Here's another view seeing how big the falls are. It's pretty cool to learn how the basalt rock underneath creates these deep plunge pools. Nature is constantly changing the shape of the falls through erosion. It's like watching geology in action.
Iguazú Falls!
Iguazu was actually formed when this massive volcanic eruption fractured the Panara Plateau. And as Iguazu River flowed over that hardened basalt, it carved out this incredible 2.7 kilometer wide gorge over millions of years, which is mind-blowing.
We'll line up for it. On this corner.
Standing on this upper bridge, you can see Salto San Martin dropping a full 82 meters. We spotted this small black armored catfish and saw a couple of those in the river, and they help keep the river clean. On clear days like today, you can actually see the Brazilian side about 10 kilometers away. If you have binoculars, you can even spot other visitors walking on the catwalk over there. It's so cool, two countries sharing one amazing waterfall. Similar to Niagara Falls in New York and Canada, but this is way bigger. So as a comparison, the Brazilian side is like the Canadian side of Niagara Falls, and the Argentinian side of Iguazu is like the New York side. We actually saw so many animals on the upper circuit, and they were so cute. It's also so hot, so we're so glad that there are refillable waters and showers to cool off in. We bought train tickets to get us up to Devil's Throat, and in the meantime, while we waited, we bought some lunch. The empanadas was delicious. It's really crowded to get onto a train, and you'll likely be squished and sitting with other people. Pro tip, I read that if you sit on the left side in the morning, you get the best river view. The whole ride takes about 20 minutes, and it's a beautiful ride. The train is pretty slow at around 20 kilometers per hour, but you still get a bit of breeze, which is nice. The carriages have open roofs with bench seating facing each other, and the shade is very welcomed. It won't be hard to know how to head to Devil's Throat because you will be stuck in this long line following everyone. So it's best to actually catch the first train at 8 a.m. to avoid these lines. Here at Garganta del Diablo, which is Devil's Throat. The catwalk to Devil's Throat is a 2.2 kilometer round trip that takes about 90 minutes if you include stops for photos. Devil's Throat is 82 meters high and 150 meters wide. Half of the entire river's flow plunges right here, creating this deafening roar and constant spray that's just incredible. The best times to go are early morning, 8 to 10 a.m., or late afternoon, 3 to 5 p.m. for the best light and those amazing rainbows. So why is it called Devil's Throat? So the name comes from this roaring U-shaped chasm that literally looks like a massive throat where all this water crashes down. Wear water-resistant shoes, sunscreen, and a hat because there's literally no shade at this area. And the mist can actually be quite chilly even when it's warm out. So if you're planning a trip to Iguazú Falls, then I recommend doing the complete opposite of what we did. Start with Devil's Throat to avoid the long lines and heat, then make your way to the upper and lower circuits afterwards. And absolutely stop by restaurant Antigua, which is just outside the park. The food is amazing and the steak was so juicy and flavorful. And when you're in Argentina, you gotta have steak. Argentina is a mecca for meat lovers, with many claiming the country has the very best steak in the world. So what makes it so unique? From the grass-fed Pampas cows to the unique beef cuts and special asado cooking techniques, Argentinian steak is a work of art from start to finish. And if you haven't watched it yet, watch my next video on all the yummy foods we ate in Argentina.
And
just like that, we're back in Buenos Aires and done at Iguazú Falls.